Well, it started as a game, because it's an impossible project. You simply can't write a story about the 20th century. No one can do that. So I started as a hobby to solve one problem after the other. For instance, what about the First World War? I mean, if you're doing a story about the 20th century, the First World War must be there. On the other hand, you can't dig yourself down into the trenches, because everyone has been into the trenches, from Erich Maria Remarque and onwards. So how could you have the war in the story without having the war in the story? It's a difficult problem, and I suppose it took me a year or two to figure out a way to do it. That is to say, let's play the First World War in Africa instead of on the European theatre. What most readers seem to be fascinated about is this feeling that it could have been me. If I were there, I might have thought this way. I would have had the same belief in the brilliant future as these people all have. They live in an area, you see, when everybody's convinced there will never be any more wars in the human history. The 20th century is going to be the most peaceful century in our human history. And it turned out the other way, as we know now. But if you'd been there, and I think my readers have this feeling of, my God, it could have been a different world. And if I would have been able to choose a reaction from my readers, this would have been the one.